Very good afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all my dear friends, Namaste and welcome. Big thanks to esteemed media, ASUS fans, and all viewers for attending this game changer event. Sincere thanks for making ASUS the leading brand in consumer PC and the gaming PC in India. We now aim to be #1 choice for India business and the professionals. ASUS is committed for Made for India innovation. Innovation is not just in product, but also service and the solution. So here I want to thank for India Flipkart teams for their incredible support. Thank you. Also, I want to thank for Intel team for their great support. Now it's time to unveil the big game changer initiative that will enable worry-free experience for India business and the professional by ASUS and Flipkart. Thank you.
Thank you, David, for joining.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really great to be here with all of you today. At ASUS, everything we do starts with one thing: the design thinking. That means we really take time to understand our customers' needs, not just about what they say, but what will truly make their experience better. It's about finding the unmet needs, the things that people don't even realize they need, and create product, service, and solutions that make a real difference in their lives. ASUS has always been strong in technology, whether it's a motherboard, laptop, gaming devices, AI server, or smartphone. But what will truly make us different is how we bring all that expertise together across hardware, software, thermal solutions, battery, audio, and create product and services that really meet the customer's needs. We start the commercial business in 2020, and we have developed a very wide range of product portfolio, including the ExpertBook business laptop, the Expert Center business desktop, and even the business class ExpertBook Chromebooks. Recently, we have made a lot of market research. We have spent a lot of time talking to different types of business users, big enterprises, mid-sized companies, small business, micro business, and independent professionals. And we have discovered something very interesting. Most big companies with 50 or more employees, they know what is the business-grade laptops. They know why they need them, and they are using them. However, there is also a huge group of people who don't. But actually, they need the business laptop just as much. And we are talking about the lawyers, the accountant, the micro business owner, the real estate brokers, and so on. Most of them are still buying the consumer laptop from the regular retail channels because they don't know there is a better option. But these are the people who travel a lot, working long hours every day. Their laptop is their office, is their lifeline. They need durability, long battery life, strong security, reliable service, just like any large enterprise users. So what kind of laptop these professionals need? They need a laptop that can survive long distance travel, a battery that can last through a whole day's meeting, and a screen that is easy on the eye, even they work 10 hours, 12 hours a day. And they need sole security because their data is priceless. They also need fast and reliable service because time is money. So why ASUS? At ASUS, we believe these professional users deserve the same enterprise-grade product, service, and support that big companies get. And that's exactly the reason why we are here today, to deliver the solution they need. It's time to change the game. Today, we are bringing design thinking-driven, market-changing proposition to professionals and small businesses across India. We want them to have a completely worry-free business experience. So they just need to focus on their work. They don't need to worry about the product durability, security, or service. So I'm really happy to announce the launch of the ASUS ExpertBook P series. It's built for worry-free business. We have 3 models for the P series. The P5 is for worry-free flagship AI experience. P3 is for worry-free premium business experience. And P1 is for worry-free mainstream business experience. And not only the product itself, we also provide the software solution, the service, the support that is also built for worry-free business. And I really want to thank Flipkart team for partnering with ASUS on this mission. Together, combine ASUS technology with Flipkart's incredible e-commerce reach, delivery power, fintech innovations. We are creating a new way, a totally new solution for the business customer buy and use PC in India. We are making it simpler, smarter, and truly customer-friendly. And this is just the beginning. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I loud enough? Can everyone hear me? Okay. First of all, I just want to congratulate Eric and Rex on wonderful products they're bringing to Indian market once again. What I really appreciate is that how ASUS has actually once again gone ahead and identified a new segment, which is SME, wherein they want to bring the class-leading products based on Intel as a technology. It's very rare to see that, an OEM, they go and identify a specific niche segment, but the kind of, areas which Rex was speaking about in terms of security, durability, battery, how our, SME customers are still today buying consumer products, and why do they need a business class product is great to see, and congratulations once again, Eric and Rex, for bringing that lineup to India. Now quickly, if I have to speak more about what's the technology which is driving these products for India, and that's about Intel's new Intel Core Ultra processors, and just to kind of speak about on the technology why it makes more sense today. We have all seen that AI is a buzzword at this point in time. Artificial intelligence, you speak about AI, but why is it important? What is it that is driving this technology today, or why is it that it is becoming more and more relevant? If you see today, at this point in time in the world, technology is at an inflection point for multiple reasons. The amount of data this world is generating is huge, is significant, right? If you look at If you look at the storage, the way this data is being stored at this point in time, you need a huge amount of data centers which needs this data to be stored, the amount of devices which needs to process this information, which needs to compute this information. And then when you look at sustainability, because there is so much of technology which is being used, which is being leveraged, it's very, very important that this technology needs to be sustainable. I mean, just to kind of give you an example, when we have to go and deploy data centers, the amount of money, the amount of energy which is required, it is very important for us as citizens of this earth. We make it sustainable. We leverage as much as of natural energy or green energy, which makes this planet more safe for our generations, which will come forward. And we at Intel, we absolutely believe in the same and see that, okay, how the technology which has been brought to our partners on which they make products and systems is absolutely apt, keeping these things in mind. Now, when you talk about driving innovation from an industry standpoint, there are primarily three things which we look at, which actually bring the latest technology in form and shape, which we as consumers or end users use today. First is silicon, which I spoke about, right? Intel brings the best possible capability of technology into a silicon, which actually is used by our partners, OEM, on which they make a system. And that is something which ASUS spoke today about, how their business range is there to go and meet the need of the user, which is required. But also apart from that, it's really important that software, which actually brings this technology and this hardware together, it needs to come and give the best possible experience. And when you talk about Intel silicon, we actually get the best possible blend for our users, which is across not only the silicon, but also the system and how you bring the software capability alongside, which gives the best possible user experience for a user to use those systems in their daily lives. Now, if I have to spend a few minutes in terms of what is powering these great machines, which Rex earlier spoke about, and if you look at, we bring the latest Intel Core Ultra processors in these machines. These machines from ASUS are powered on the latest Intel Core Ultra processors. And in terms of the performance, this is today the fastest CPU core available. It gives 80% plus performance over the previous gen. It's got the Intel's fastest iGPU, which actually helps in terms of driving most of your AI capabilities on-prem itself. It has got unmatched AI performance. We speak about AI, we speak about how our machines are going to be used more and more to drive language learning models on the system itself. And then especially you look at MSME segment, these small businesses, the amount of data they generate, they need these capabilities in the system to go and use all these parameters, all this data, to go and start using them in terms of performance. This is not the most efficient performance in terms of x86 architecture. The amount of battery life which this brings is significant. I mean, you look at these SME customers, most of the time they spend on work, they need long battery life to go and have their machines to be much more durable, sturdy, which has a longer longevity in terms of usage. These latest processors brings that capability into these machines. And then, it's about the compatibility. And when I say compatibility, it's a lot to do with the software, how Intel, as they're powering these machines, they bring the best possible software compatibility to these machines so that the end user experience is again spotless. Now, if I have to summarize for all of you, we say that AI runs special intelligence primarily for few elements. There is a largest possible TAM which Intel is powering for the AI machines. From a support perspective, the latest processors, they're compatible to SP6998. To see it like this, the developer ecosystem, when they are making apps, it could be made, it could be developed on these two formats, and these machines are actually compatible to both of these formats. In terms of battery life, it's great. In terms of the tops, it has up to about 120-hour platform top. And from a AI application compatibility for all those ISV ecosystems that have been available today, these machines are compatible to about 99% apps which you see. Which means that as and when a buyer, when they use this machine, they get the best possible experience without any glitches on Intel-based ASUS devices. In the end, as I said, hardware or technology gets to a next level when you bring the best possible ISV ecosystem. We at Intel are working with over 200 plus ISVs across the world to bring the best possible app ecosystem, which can give that experience to the audiences to go and leverage these, to use these machines the best and go and meet their needs on a daily basis. Standing here, I'm really pleased to be a part of this partnership wherein not only ASUS has taken Intel processors and made these beautiful business machines, but also I'm privileged to be here to partner alongside Flipkart, who will be taking these machines to the audiences across India. With that, thank you very much. It has been wonderful being here. Thanks for time.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to see a lot of old friends again. Thank you very much for making it. It really means a lot. Really appreciate your presence at this event. So friends, as I would like to first of all thank Intel, Rahul as well as Karan for supporting us incredibly in this journey of working towards the needs of the enterprise customers or professionals or business customers in India and building a very fabulous range of products for all of them. So I'm going to be taking you through the three incredible products that we are actually going to be launching. We've launched today, which is basically ASUS ExpertBook P5, P3 and P1. So starting with the performance first, since we're just coming in from the Intel presentation, let's look at the processors. On the P5, which is the flagship model, we built in the Ultra Core 2 processor, which is the flagship AI processor that you actually get on the product. Now, when you are talking to business leaders, who would actually use these flagship business products, right? AI is going to be a very, very critical enabler. I hope you would all agree. Like for example, today, just the large language models, like ChatGPT, Copilot Plus from Microsoft, we're using it so much, to get whatever information we want. It is like, you have a friend who you can ask any question and he has all the answers to whatever you need. And that kind of capability coming to the machine is like really amazing. As we move forward, more and more applications are going to get AI enabled. For example, like if you want to get your data analytics done, AI would recommend all types of scenarios on your Excel sheet, for example. Now, when you are actually wanting that to happen, you also want the data to remain on that machine because it needs security, it needs privacy. You don't want it to be shared on cloud. And therefore, as a business leader, you need very high performance AI compute on the machine, and that is what the ASUS ExpertBook P5 delivers with an astounding 115 TOPS of AI performance powered by the Intel Ultra Core Series 2 processor. Now, when it comes to the other products as well, the P3 and P1, we've left no stone unturned in terms of processor performance. So typical business laptops, they come with U series 15 watts processors. But the P series is powered on P1 and P3 with H series processors. Where we have wattages on P1 of 35 watts and P3 of 40 watts. And that gives you an incredible 50% almost faster performance compared to a comparable U series processor. So on the processing side, when customers are going in for these machines, they're getting very high-end, high performance processors. Now moving to the next important component which actually powers performance, it's the RAM, right, the memory. And here again, on the Ultra Core Series 2, you've got the integrated 32 GB up to 32 GB LPDDR5X RAM, which is at an astounding speed of 8,533 mega transfers per second. Also on the P1 and P3, we've actually built in the DDR5 RAM at 5200 MHz speed. So again, you've got very, very fast and fastest RAMs in this segment. Storage is also a very important aspect of performance because if you've got slow storage, then obviously performance lags. And here again, we build super fast storage, then maybe Gen 4 SSDs. Now, while these are hardware components that we put together, performance is also driven by excellent thermal management because that's how we've kind of built up our entire gaming prowess, and we've been able to push the performance of these incredible processors from Intel to the best extent possible. And to ensure that we make made for India products, we've also ensured that we build some incredible thermal solutions which ensure that these processors don't throttle fast, and you get like high performance for longer duration. Also to ensure these, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take from my colleague Abhay a product to actually show you the internals about how the thermals are designed. So you can see here, typically in a laptop, you will see a very small thermal pipe, like kind of curving towards the center, right? But on this, you can see there's a very long thermal pipe, and you can see the heat sink is also pretty large, right? So you can see that there's a very long thermal. And again, to get excellent air intake into this particular product, we've got a large slit at the slate at the back. Okay, so you can see here the vents are pretty much across the board. Therefore, you get excellent airflow inside for cooling down the processor faster. And again, all these things on these machines. Thanks a lot. Apart from the performance in business, it's very important that the performance also keeps up pace with changing times. We've seen that this year there is going to be a migration, of Windows 10 to Windows 11. There is migration that has happened after COVID, to using apps which are much more, memory intensive, like when you're doing video calls, etc. You need memory intensive apps. And that's why people have a need, or businesses have a need to upgrade their app. What we've done is, for our P1 and P3, you've got actually RAM expandability up to 64 GB. Okay, so we built in dual DIMM slots. They've got multiple advantages from memory upgrade perspective, service perspective, and each slot has capacity to accommodate a RAM up to 32 GB, so that you can actually expand the RAM up to 64 GB. Again, on the storage side, we've also added across the range of P series, all the three models, dual NVMe slots, so you can actually expand your storage without actually removing the existing storage. So your incremental cost of upgrading the storage also is lower, and also from service perspective, you're assured that ASUS is covering service on the original OEM installed storage. And you can expand storage up to 3 TB. Now let's come to one of the most important aspects, what we've been speaking about is durability. So people use laptops when they're working a lot longer. They use it for travel. It gets much more pressure as compared to standard usage laptops. The student might just use it for a couple of hours a day, but here people are using it for 8 to 10 hours a day continuously. And therefore you need durability standards which are like to give you a complete worry-free experience of using the product. And nothing should ideally go wrong with it. So I'm going to use, again, a laptop in my hand to give you some of the understanding of the kind of durability that we built on the product. So first of all, let's start with the military standard. Now, while many brands, many laptops, they do get their military standard certification, what is important to be understood is the fact that military standard, there are 28 tests in all, and there are 13 categories. So what you need to evaluate is why there is a military standard certification. What are the tests? How many number of tests are actually this device qualifying all? So here, the entire P series, all the three models, pass 24 out of 28 tests on the military standard. So that's the kind of number that we've gone up to. I can assure you, when you actually look at majority of the models in the market, they won't even cross 20, even if they are the most expensive commercial laptops. So that's the kind of capability that we built on this. Now coming to other incredible ASUS tests. So the top lid, it plays a very important role. When you're actually carrying a laptop in the backpack, this gets compressed, your screen is gone. Your display would actually get damaged. And that's what happens, especially for a lot of youth who are traveling with the laptop in crowded buses, trains, etc. So here we've got panel pressure test at the top lid of 30 kgs. So that, by the way, we've got a demo out there. We put 30 kgs on the laptop. You can actually go and see it out there. So with that 30 kg of pressure test, your laptop display doesn't get that force passing through and getting damaged. The other important thing is hinge. A lot of us have faced a lot of problems in our hinges of a laptop, wearing out. Now, first of all, on the entire P series, we've got the hinge complete 180. So you don't, push it beyond the threshold generally. Second important point, before I move on, how many times do you open and close your laptop in a day? Anyone? How many times, ma'am? How many times do you close? Open and close in a day?
10.
Okay, 10 times. So let's say maximum, generally people would go 5 to 10 times, right? And if you just think about it, you work approximately 250 to 300 days a year, right? 52 weekends, right? So approximately, and other holidays, etc. 250 to 300 days a year. So you are opening and closing a laptop hinge, right? About 2,500 to 3,000 times a year. And do the math. If this has been tested for continuous open and close usage of 50,000 times, this has been tested for a continuous use of 15 to 20 years of your usage. I'm sure you wouldn't use a laptop for that much time. So that's the kind of testing, we've put on the hinges. This is super durable, kind of hinge that we actually develop on the product. Moving to another important thing is your keyboard, right? You're going to use it a lot. So each key on the ASUS ExpertBook series has been tested for an astounding 1 crore times. And the spin resistance on the keyboard, of liquid, like entering a bomb, is approximately up to 78 cc of liquid spin. So that's the kind of spin resistance we again built out here. Another important thing that you will use is the ports. So the ports on this particular laptop, the C-type ports, which are used more often, it has been tested for connect-disconnect cycles of 15,000 times. And the other ports have been tested for connect-disconnect cycles of 5,000 times. Now, before I go to that, I think this is for you. So what we've done is inside the port, so like across the 3 models, what you can see out here, we built these metal braces. So there is on top of the port, there's a metal brace which you can see out here. Now this metal brace enables the port to take a pressure of 9 kgs of weight. 9 kgs of weight. So you might find it, Dinesh is taking these claims. Well, we've got out here 8 kg weight because that's how, these barbells are, and I'm actually going to hold the weight onto the laptop. So you can actually see it out here. So, this is a 8 kg weight. It's tough to hold, trust me on this. On the laptop, and the port is able to take this entire pressure. So that's the kind of durability, which we've actually built on the laptop to give you a really, really sturdy laptop. Now let's look at another important aspect that businesses need, which is security. Can I ask you a simple question? What do you believe? When you put a password on your laptop, let's say you put a password on a laptop gets lost. Can I access your data or I can't access your data? Cannot access? Can access, cannot access? Can access. Cannot. Can. So the whole point is that this is what you as experts know. What about general people? They sometimes believe, or majority of them believe that if they've got a password on their the laptop gets lost, the data is safe. It's not. I can take out the drive, plug it into a drive reader, or plug it into another laptop and read most of the data except a few folders, which would be actually password protected by Windows in general. Therefore, we need to understand that when you are a business user, and we've asked business users, fine, whatever the laptop is worth, what is the value of the information on the laptop? Prabhu, what's the information value on the laptop?
Can't put a price on it.
Can't put a price on it. It's priceless. That is what people say. That it is priceless. So if your data is priceless, your laptop may be worth whatever. You need to protect that. And for that, you need robust security solutions on the laptop. And then what we've done is we've actually built 3 layers of security. At the hardware layer, then you've got the operating system, right? And there's a very important firmware component in the laptop, which is your BIOS. So we've taken care of all these 3 layers to ensure that you've got the most robust security on the ASUS ExpertBook P series. So starting first with some of the hardware capabilities, we've got a discrete trusted platform 2.0 chip as a standard. So your standard laptops, they only come with firmware trusted platform module, which is basically some kind of a software solution in the CPU to kind of do encryption of your data if needed. But here, with having a separate chip, you get that additional robust security, because this chip stores your password separately, it stores your encryption keys, your identity solutions like your face reading or fingerprint is stored in this separate chip. And this ensures much better security than having it on the firmware. Another important thing that we've done is, let's look at first important layer of security, which is the BIOS. Because let's say you might have an anti-malware, antivirus solution sitting into your operating system. But advanced hackers will bypass that. They will bypass the security of your operating system and attack something which is at the heart of the machine, which is the BIOS. So what is typically called as rootkit attack, right? So once your BIOS is compromised, even if you have malware protection, virus protection sitting onto your operating system, it's rendered useless. And therefore, to prevent this kind of thing, and this security, by the way, what I'm going to talk about is typically what very, very few large enterprises ask for. But we've given it for every single individual who will buy this laptop, which is basically self-healing BIOS solution. So there is a BIOS copy, original copy, lying at a secured location on the SSD. On every restart, the BIOS will check with its original copy. And if by any chance it is compromised, the original BIOS, non-compromised BIOS gets restored, nullifying the hacking event. Okay, so anyway, so that is at the BIOS level. Moving to the operating system level, of course, you've got standard solutions available from Windows, but we've also added a free 1-year McAfee premium membership free of cost worth USD or US dollars 44.9, which is almost 3,900 rupees. And this will be standard across all 3 ExpertBook P series models. We also support Microsoft device encryption even on Windows Home. So that's an additional advantage. So you can do encryption of your data. Now in the scenarios that I'm talking about, your data cannot be read because your data will lie in the encrypted format. We also have built-in optical chassis intrusion detection. So there's a sensor, okay, inside the laptop which, like as soon as your back cover is opened, it will record that the back cover has been opened. And when you restart your laptop, it will give you an alert. Now why is it important? Similar scenario. You are at the office, your laptop is like password protected, somebody comes very smartly, opens the back cover, takes out your SSD, it's not encrypted, reads your data, restores it, goes away. You don't even come to know. You don't even come to know that your data and your information has been compromised. But here, this will actually give you an alert. So that's another very, very important thing. Now coming to other important aspects like the display, you give the best-in-class viewing experience. There is only IPS display across the P series range, so that you get great viewing experiences. And the brightness of the display is minimum 300 nits. So you get very bright, very great viewing, and the refresh rate goes up to 144 Hz on the P5. So you've got excellent viewing capability, great displays, and all of them are, by the way, anti-glare, so that your eyes don't get tired when you're actually looking at the laptop for 8 to 10 hours a day as well. Another very, very important aspect that we spoke about is actually, like battery life. Very important, right? Because businesses, we travel a lot, we move around in the offices, we want great battery life. So first of all, we packed in minimum 50 watt-hours battery, okay, across the P series range. So P1, P3, 50 watt-hours, P5, 63 watt-hours. And all of them are 3-cell batteries. And with the 3-cell battery, obviously, like when you're charging 80 to 100, the heating is lower, so the capacity retention of the battery is much better. So even after 3 years of usage, the batteries would have on an average 80% capacity retention, okay, in the entire P series. Another question to all of you. Can you charge your laptop with a mobile phone charger or a power bank, your regular mobile power bank, or a car charger? Can you? No, right? But the entire P series can be charged with a mobile power bank. So wait, I'll hold it. Why don't you actually plug in a mobile power bank? Okay. So we are now plugging in a standard mobile power bank into the P series, and you can see it starts charging. Okay. So that's the advantage, that you have with this model. So whenever you're traveling, you have the mobile charging, infrastructure across the board. And with that, therefore, you can actually charge your laptop on the move. And I've been using it. It's an amazing feature. You travel in the car, you plug it in. You're traveling long distance, it keeps charging. You travel on the flight, wherever it's available, it keeps charging. So therefore, you get much better battery life on the move. Another important thing is with the charger. So a lot of So P series by default comes with a very compact Type-C charger, which is very lightweight to carry, and that matters. It's not only just the weight of the laptop that you carry, but also the charger. Also at the same time, your typical C-type chargers, they do charge your smartphone, but they will charge it mostly with QC 3.0 up to 18 watts, correct? But this is a PD plus PPS charger, okay? And with the PPS technology coming into the charger, this will also charge your smartphone up to 65 watts. So, if I plug it into my ROG phone, this charges it at hypercharge, hyperfast, 65 watts. And therefore, even your smartphone charges much faster with this in-bag, in-box charger that you have. And that makes your life very, very convenient. You just carry one charger, you don't need to carry multiple chargers. Charges your devices fast, charges your smartphone also fast. And with AI, we've made your video conferencing capability very, very high quality. We've got AI cameras built in which do auto framing, they do color, they do image like light correction, they do gaze correction. We've got AI noise cancellation. All of them come with standard dual mics, and AI noise cancellation supports in single user mode, multi-user mode. And we built in a fantastic application from ASUS, which is AI-powered P, that does help you with transcripting your meetings, with making meeting minutes automatically, and that is really, really helpful. And we are not charging any license fees for the AI-powered P. Another important thing that matters is the ports. Because business users, we need connectivity, we want to connect it to multiple display outs, we want to connect it to multiple peripherals when we're using the product, a printer, mouse, etc. So all the P series models, they come with two Type-C ports, and these are full function Type-C ports, so they support data transfer, display out, and charging. They come with two Type-A ports, which again support 5 Gbps data transfer, 3.5 jack as a standard. So basically, when you are actually using the P series, you don't need to worry about any kind of docking stations. They have adequate number of ports to take care of you, and the P1 and the P3 also pack in a robust RJ45 port. So therefore, you are fully taken care of as far as ports and display outs are concerned. Like the P1 and P3 can do 3 4K display outs, directly from the product itself. So that's the kind of capability that we built on expandability. Now, one of the key things, and I was talking to some of you even before the event, I think what you've been emphasizing is that service is very, very, very critical, when it comes to the business users. And here again, we built the best-in-class, worry-free service support for our users. So you work, businesses work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and they work Monday to Saturday at least. How many other brands have call centers or support service available from 9 to 9 p.m.? I think apart from ASUS Business in India, for standard consumer customers, none. So we've created a very robust solution. We are there for you when you need us. 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday. We've got, for our P series and for our entire ExpertBook series, there will be only on-site support. We'll give you on-site support. Of course, you can go to the service center. We're not saying no. But what we are saying is we will give you on-site support. So that you don't need to spend your time going to the service center and losing your product to us. Go, you get service at your premises. Also, very importantly, we've given global warranty as a standard, valid in 80 countries. And when we are talking about global warranty means it's not like you travel from one country to another country and you have to transfer your warranty. No, you get your warranty seamlessly. Just travel, go there. Anything goes wrong, we are there for you. Okay? Lastly, on the power adapter. You'll be amazed. Power adapters are treated as consumables, they are treated as separate accessories, typically not given the same warranty standards with the product itself. But in our case, for the entire ExpertBook series, you will get warranty on the power adapter equal to the product warranty. Which means even when you extend the warranty of your main product by, let's say, 2 years, you say, I want 3 years warranty. Fine. So you go to that, the power adapter warranty automatically gets upgraded. You don't pay anything extra. Anything goes with your power adapter, we take care of it. So that is how it is not just about the product, about the durability, about the security, and all those other worry-free experiences we built in, but even on the service side, you need to be completely worry-free. So friends, that is about the ASUS ExpertBook P series. Thank you very much, for your incredible patience and listening. Really appreciate it. Thanks. That is all from my side for now. Thank you.
To ensure we offer worry-free PC experience to all our customers, businesses and professionals alike. As a platform, we've built quite a few capabilities over the last few months, and these are expected to elevate and enhance buying experience of consumers. And all of these will be extended to this launch of ASUS ExpertBook P series. Some of these worry-free buying experiences include ASUS service packs that you can buy on the platform during the time of checkout when you are buying the product itself. It will also include GST compliant billing for businesses and professionals. And at the same time, we will also have video assistance on every product page to help you with your decision making for product demos and consultation. Of course, we also have Flipkart Minutes to enable fast deliveries of these incredible machines at select locations. We will continue to build the capabilities that we already have with ASUS ExpertBook and build a few more capabilities over the next few months to ensure our millions of customers have a worry-free experience. I'm thrilled to share that this amazing product lineup is actually going live on sale soon. 21st of April 2025, 12 in the afternoon is when this product lineup will be on sale. Thank you.
Thank you.
Friends, I'm sure you'll be excited to know about how we're going to price this amazing ExpertBook P series. So let's start first with the ASUS ExpertBook P1. Sorry for the thumbnail, but the point is, let me quickly summarize. P1 packs an amazing amount of durability, great RAM, great processing performance with up to 8 series processor, great thermals, and you've got the security features that I spoke about completely end to end. So the starting price of the ASUS ExpertBook P1 with i3, 8GB, 512GB and Windows Home and Office all built in together, inclusive of all taxes, will be only rupees 39,990. Okay. Now let's move to P3. Now please understand, P3 is a premium product. It comes with full aluminum body. Again, packs in some all amazing tech, 40 watts of performance on the processor, solid security, solid durability. Looks amazing, when you hold it in your hand, and comes with an incredible 16:10 WXGA display. So the price of the i5 version of ASUS ExpertBook P3 with 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage will be only rupees 64,990 all inclusive. Yeah? And coming to the next model, and this is quite interesting, because you got this packed with the ultimate processor from Intel, the Core Ultra 2 processor, and with complete AI capabilities. So the pricing of the U5 variant with 16GB of RAM and 1TB of storage will be only rupees 94,990, bringing it below the 1 lakh mark. Okay, so that's again there. That's not all, folks. The 1-year free McAfee premium subscription that is being actually bundled with the entire P series is worth approximately rupees 3,900, and this will continue for some time in the introductory period of this particular product. So let's look at what do we do at the launch. We've got to do something special, right? So the warranty extension pack, which Sujit spoke about, will be available on Flipkart at the time of checkout, is worth, so for 2 years extended warranty, it's worth about 3,499, and for 2 years accidental damage protection, it's worth around 1,499. So during the first 3 days of sale, we will provide this entire 3-year worry-free solution free of cost. And this is where customers would get a benefit of almost rupees 5,000 for the dates between 21st to 23rd April. Okay, so this is a very, very good, initial inaugural offer, okay, which we have for our customers who buy the P series between 21st to 23rd of April. Okay, and also between 21st to 27th of April, there would again be introductory, very, very special promotion price offers on the P series models up to rupees 3,000. So this will give you additional pricing benefit, directly upfront pricing benefit over and above whatever pricing we've announced during this particular period. And there would also be special card offers during this period up to rupees 2,000, okay, from 21st to 27th April 2025. Now, if you sum up all these offers that we are actually packing in during the launch period on Flipkart, the total value comes to almost rupees 14,000 rupees, okay, in the period between 21st to 23rd April 2025. So not only you've got some phenomenal pricing, that we've actually unveiled today, but you've got some phenomenal set of offers, to give a complete worry-free experience to our customers in the initial period. And of course, all these kind of service packs, etc., including direct payments from a business account, all these kind of amazing capabilities have been enabled by Flipkart. And I would really like to thank the Flipkart team, Ajay, Sujit, Aditya, Vidhor, and Mukashri for really, really helping us, and Akhil, sitting in background right now, for really, really helping us, in this phenomenal offering that we are actually bringing it to the market. So friends, I would like to sincerely thank you and wish you have a worry-free week ahead. And thank you so much for being a worry-free audience for me. Thank you so much.